YouTube, it's Tracy from Entrepreneur Girl and happy Tracy's Tuesday Tips. Today we're going to be talking about sourcing for inventory after the holiday. So we just had Easter a couple of days ago and I went across the street to the CVS and did some video footage to show you kind of an example of what types of things are available after the Easter holiday. I also had some previous footage from when I was here in January and I went to Kroger's, which is a grocery store, and found a lot of good things that I bought on their after Christmas clearance sales. So the reason why we shop for clearance sales after a holiday is because you can find really steep clearances. Normally the day after it's like 50% and then it goes to 70% and eventually it goes to 90% because they really just want to clear everything off the shelf to get ready for the next holiday or for other more lucrative inventory. So you can take advantage of that and you can sell it for, you could buy it for 10% of retail and turn around and sell it for 100% of retail. So it really can be profitable if you take advantage of holidays and holiday clearances. So a few points that I wanted to bring up before you watch the video footage is shopping for holiday, you want to be really careful on the expiration dates. So for example, if you are approved to sell in grocery and you plan on sending in the candy and the chocolate bars and stuff, you want to make sure to watch those expiration dates. And a second consideration is you want to be mindful of the possibility that your inventory could melt. I live in Florida. I can't even get it home without it melting. So I kind of stay away from all things chocolate or that would melt. So you just want to, be mindful. Sometimes you get carried away in the good price at the store and you just don't, think through all the way to getting the inventory to a warehouse. Second thing I want to talk to you about is when you purchase this inventory, the most prominent thing that I think everybody does is they save it until the next holiday. So the Christmas items that I bought at 90% off, I can list, I bought them in January, I can go ahead and send them into the warehouse in September and start listing them at full retail price in the Amazon warehouse. So I only have to store it for, a few months. I pack it up in a box, I label the outside of the box, the date and what is inside, and I just put it with the rest of my eBay inventory or inventory that I have at home. And it's really no big deal. As you see, and you will see in some of the videos, is I had so much inventory last time I left here in January, I couldn't fit it all in my van. So I saved a lot of my Christmas stuff up here in the Indiana house because I knew it was something I wasn't going to be listing right away, and it could sit here, for a few months kind of out of the way, and then I could either list it while I was here and ship it, or I can bring it home at a later date. The thing is some out of the box examples of how you could utilize your holiday clearance items is, for example, Christmas is red and green. So you can buy Christmas red items and you can go ahead and make it into a Valentine's Day item. So you're not holding on to it for several months, you're really just kind of turning it around, marketing it a little differently and sending it into the warehouse. So whether it's a standard item like a lot of gift bags and the wrap, the paper wrap that goes inside, if they're solid colors, those sell year round. But you can go ahead and just turn around and market it with the keyword Valentine's Day and sell those Christmas items. And in reverse, on St. Patrick's Day you can buy green, on Valentine's Day you can buy red, and you can turn around and repackage those things for Christmas green and red colors. Another way is like Easter. The Easter candy, you can make candy gift baskets. The crosses, you see a lot of cross items around Easter time. Those can be used for baptisms that are year-round. Those are just examples of how you can not have to hold on to the inventory and pay the money and then have that money paid out that you're not really recovering back. You can turn around and use them for other holidays if you just give it a little bit of thought. The next thing I want to talk to you about is if you go the day after, like I mentioned, you're only going to see 50%. So a lot of times I'll wait until like 3 days after a holiday so I can start getting into some of those 75, even a week later, 90% rates, because obviously that's a much better deal. Sometimes I pop in, like yesterday I popped in the day after just to see if there's anything really good that I want to snag, and then since it's across the street, I'll pop by right before I leave here and kind of see what's left for the really steep markdowns. And while I'm shopping for this, I always shop for my personal items. So for Christmas, I like never buy Christmas decorations full price, because now I know why would I do that, because I can buy them for 10% of full price. So Christmas lights, things that you always, when you're decorating, you kind of go, oh, these are out again, and you have to go to the store and buy full price, and you're kicking yourself because you sold like 30 of them on Amazon. Just be mindful to include your personal inventory in that as well, in those steep rates. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the video footage now. So I'm at the grocery store in Indiana and just shopping for groceries, but I come across this, and as we know, we're always on. And I'm going to scan these items, because some of them are toys that could probably sell year round, for $4.49 for a backpack. There's pajama sets. Oh, here it is. There's pajama sets for $2.99. Look at this. This is so cute. I love this cookie jar. I'm gonna buy one for my mom, but hold on. It's $4.19. And look, there's cute snowmen and all kinds of really nice Santa dishes. So I'm going to scan this whole section because they already have Valentine's things out, so they want to get rid of this. So 90% off? Oh yeah. Okay, so there's my cart filled with Christmas Amazon FBA items. Okay, so these command clips, I'm going to show you a picture of them on Amazon FBA, but the net profit is $28. And as you can see, it's $1.79 to buy these, and look how many. And because these are outdoor hanging clips, I'm sure they're used for more than just Christmas time, so this is something I can actually put in an Amazon box right now. So all of those are going to be going into my cart. And speaking of which, these window cleans, about $17 net profit, and they are going for 69 cents today. So I'm also going to take all of those. And then these little backpack, they're like little suitcase things, suitcase backpacks, pets. And they will also be at least a $15 profit. So I took all they had, which were 2. So I'm finding lots of good stuff. I mean, just this little trip while I was already grocery shopping has netted me, I don't know, a few hundred. So I'm gonna clear all of these shelves out. I feel like I'm stealing. Okay, these Disney mugs look like they will go for about $17 net profit, and they're $1.69. So that would be a quick $45 if I grabbed all 3 mugs. So even though I don't like shipping in glass, I think I will do it because it's Disney and it's just a good seller. So as a reseller, a lot of people ask me, what do you do when you're on vacation? And so a lot of you know that I'm in Indiana again right now, and every time I'm in Indiana, I find amazing inventory. So I shouldn't say I don't list a lot, because sometimes I get a lot of vintage items and I can sit and list them on eBay, and I've even shipped from Indiana. So I have done all of it. I've purchased, I've listed, and I've shipped all from Indiana. Because really, you can get boxes anywhere, and with my computer and my Dymo printer and my labels, I can literally work from my backpack, which was the whole point, as long as I have my inventory with me. And even right now, I'm gone for 2 weeks, so I have hired my children to handle my eBay accounts while I'm gone. And they are well trained in that, so they do a really good job now. But as you saw at the grocery store, I'm just going for groceries for my house because this is day number 1 that I'm here. And I haven't even brought in all the bags. I've purchased like 7 bags of Christmas items, all on 90% or greater off. So I got them for cents to the dollar. And this is going to be a really good money maker for me in September. Now, a lot of you are like, oh, I don't want to spend money now for money I'm not going to get a return on in September. But it would really, really benefit you to do that in your business. Not just Christmas, but Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day and Easter and any holiday that you can, or any merchandise that is 90% or greater off, you need to look at and you need to buy, because I will make literally hundreds of dollars on just a little bit of money that I spent today. And even if that's in September, I'm really setting up for a good, fourth quarter when I can purchase my inventory at this low of a cost. So my profit margin on these items that I bought today are going to be substantial. I flew in this trip, which I never do. I always drive, and I drive a van because one of the things I do is source for inventory or antiques, and I need, the space. So I like to bring my van, but because I flew, I am actually going to take all of these items and I'm going to store them in my closet until I return. I'm up here a lot because of my parents, so I'll return here in just a couple of months and I'll put all of this in my van and take it home then. So I will probably fill up that closet as much as I can while I'm here and not worry about it until I come back in the spring and then haul it all home and list it there. So this is one way I utilize my time while on vacation, and this is also a way that you could utilize your time when you're on vacation, but more than that, you should be utilizing those seasonal sales everywhere you go. And I wasn't outsourcing today, I just happened to be there. And I know we talk about always being on, but to some degree you are, because I went looking for those sales and sure enough I found them. It just took me 2 seconds to look and probably 10 minutes to source, and I was out of there and I made hundreds of dollars in just 10 minutes of work, or 15. So that is why we do what we do. Love it! Here we have Easter stuff. This is the day after Easter. The sales get bigger and bigger as you get further away from the Easter goodies. So since this is day 1, they're at 50, but they'll go to 75 and then they'll go to 90% off. But this is examples of things that you can purchase, and you can make baskets with chocolate later, or you can hold some of this, for next year, because there's no expiration dates. You want to watch the expiration dates on all of the other stuff. I hope it helps a little bit, and I look forward to seeing you guys next Tuesday for Tracy's Tuesday Tips.